Last Thursday we did Tea in the Trenches. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good topic. It was about fear, different stages of fear, different types of fear, and how traditional methods don't usually work, CBT methods, and what we went through and what ended up working for us. So if you haven't seen it, you should probably check it out. It's pretty good. Today's topic will be sometimes the mind-body methods. What I've noticed, sometimes people aren't ready. They're just not ready. They haven't fallen hard enough, or they haven't done all the wrong things, right? For them to go, okay, that's it. I'm committing 1000%. I've dealt with, I've done some one-on-one with a few people that you can see it. You can see it in their eyes. They're not on board, right? And I get it. For me, I had to, and this is where doing all the wrong things is a good thing, because I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, right? Went down all the rabbit holes, all the Facebook groups, the toxic, all the wrong, horrible things, right? All the toxic Facebook groups. What else is there? Going down all the YouTube guru rabbit holes, protocols, naturopaths, you name it, right? I did them all. They all didn't work. Most of them made me feel worse. Spent a lot of money chasing, trying to fix, trying to get rid of. And I think it's really important that people go through this to experience it, so that when you do find the mind-body space, it just makes sense, right? Because you've been there, you've done it all, and you're ready. And especially, this is another thing I noticed. You know what? Let's say I did all the things. Nothing worked. And then I'm like, okay, well, somebody says, let's say God comes down and goes, do this mind-body methods, do it. It'll get you to the other side. And then I'm like, yeah, I'll do it next week. Yeah, right? Another component that was really important was not just doing all the wrong things and trying all the things, but was having the fear, being at my worst, having the dark night of the soul, right? Having totally at my worst, rock bottom. There's nothing, like, you get to the point where you just surrender. There's nothing anymore. You're at your worst. You're at the bottom, and there's fear. The fear is driving you, right? We need that fear to kick our asses in gear, because without that fear, and usually you can only get it when you're at your worst, right? Hey, what's up going on? Hey, Stacy, Mary, Admiral Kirk. Oh, we got some whatchamacallis. We got some trolls here today. Love it. Soul Reaper, message retracted. Good shit. Love it. Let me go back to some of these. Hello. Sebastian Manchaga, is allowing conveying safety to the brain? Yes, it is. How are you doing? Doing great. Love it. I can't believe people find the time to troll you. You know what? I think there's a lot of people that do this on a regular basis to any live, right? This is how it is. This is, and I love it. I'm okay with it. And you know what? It's a great opportunity for you guys. Usually I say, if it's too much, don't look at the comments, right? But it's a great opportunity to do the allowing, right? Do the allowing, get a little bit triggered, because honestly, sometimes it's worth being triggered if you're finding the truth. If it's exposing you to the information that's going to get you to the other side, then it's worth being triggered, right? Anyway, what I was going to say is, for me, I needed to hit rock bottom for me to be ready to do the mind-body stuff. For me, I needed to have done all the bullshit beforehand for me to have any movement forward and to take this shit seriously, right? Because the only way to get to the other side when it comes to recovering from chronic symptoms is consistency and sticking to it no matter what, especially the first year, second year, third year. You're going to feel like shit. Things are going to get worse. Symptoms are going to get worse, right? Even after the first year, 2.5 years, setbacks were so crazy. I thought I was losing my mind at the second year. After actually the first year, I thought I was losing my mind. I thought I was going crazy, right? So just because you have symptoms and setbacks and symptoms that are not going away or new ones and old ones returning is not an indicator. Remember this. It's not an indicator that you're not going towards recovery. Here, this is recovery. This is freedom. This is all symptoms gone. Freedom gone, right? All the looping thoughts, gastritis, food sensitivities, anxiety, tachycardia, health anxiety, right? Pelvic floor pain, all the pains, random symptoms you don't have a label for. You don't even want triple PD, right? Mast cell activation syndrome, multiple chemical sensitivity, right? Right here. Gone. But before you get there, it's game on, right? It doesn't matter if you're here or fucking right here, right? Even just leaning into it. It doesn't matter. But as soon as when you're here, freedom. Before that, shit show, right? So what I was saying, I noticed it with some people that I coach, right? Usually I coach people on a regular basis, the same type of people or people I see on my channel. But sometimes, here and there, you'll run into people, even in the channel, in the comments, or in the mind-body space, some of the forums, the TMS group, some of the, other forums. You'll see people that are just not ready. Or 9 times out of 8, the people that are they don't even know about the mind-body space. And you tell them a little bit about it, and they're going, okay, yeah, that sounds like woo-woo. That sounds hogwashy. That sounds like hippie shit. Okay, so what do you do? Tell me, what do you do? All right, well, you got to do the 8 pillars of recovery. Okay, so what is it? Do I take supplements? Do I have to heal my gut? Is it something to do with the blood-brain barrier, the mitochondria, the motherfucker gene? Tell me something. Do I have to detox metals? Yeah? Do I detox metals, right? None of those things. Okay, I'm lost. I don't believe you. Okay, so what? You don't have to do any of those things. You know what you got to do? You got to do certain activities every day consistently, never miss a day. Okay, what is it? For example, visuals. Okay. Right? You get this look. You get this. So I don't know how to do visuals. So how do you, okay, tell me. So you're telling them, right? You're going, and they're looking at you going, oh my God, what a waste of time. I can't believe, right? I can't believe I wasted my money, right? Like, come on. Like, tell me something that's sciencey. Neuroplasticity. Oh, okay. You create these neural pathways in the brain, right? That's what we need to do. We need to create the neural pathways. Okay, I can bite into that, right? If I don't add into enough sciencey stuff, I lose them. Sometimes I have it where I see people, right, when they're new in new forums, you can see them, or at one-on-ones where they're just like, right, or people you run into. You start telling them about mind-body shit, brain retraining, neuroplasticity. Okay, and then you start getting into it. That's what this is hippie shit. They're in their head, they're going, okay, this is hippie shit. I'm going to get back to, I have to, right, while I'm talking, they're like, okay, no, I have to, what I need to do is avoid histamines. I have to heal my gut because I have SIBO. Right, so I need to detox because my naturopath told me. I did the test. See, it's the tests. Tests don't lie. So what he's saying is wrong. It is the food. It is the gluten. Gluten's not the issue. Yeah, it is. Why is it that when I eat the gluten or that food, I get a reaction? Why is it that EMF? Why is it mold? Why is it that Lyme? Why is it that, right? It's not the mold. It's not the Lyme. It's not the EMF. It's not the food. It's not the gluten. It's not the fill in the blanks, right? But sometimes people are just not ready to hear it. And then there are some, they're like, no, I totally, I think you're, totally. But the fear isn't driving them, right? You need to have the fear driving you so that you do the work. Because if you don't and you're wishy-washy, you won't get to the other side. It's impossible. You need to have that fear driving you so you're consistently doing the work every day, no matter what. Look at all that trolls. Look at these people. I don't even see, where are my normal people at? All I see is a bunch of, where is one normal person here? Right? Right. Love it. Anyway. Trey, how's it going? Hey, Shannon. How are you? Anyway, so sometimes I've told a couple people this. I'm like, because it's also my time that I don't want to waste, right? I'd rather invest my time and energy into people that I know will do the work and will recover, right? Fuck the money, fuck the whatever it is, right? I'm thinking long term. I want to invest, plant some seeds, help the people that are ready, so that when they recover, right, I made a difference in someone's life. But not only that, I am thinking long. I'm not, I'm right. They get to give me a success story, which makes me look good. So it's a win-win-win. They get their lives back. I feel good about it. And I get a success story, right? It makes me look good. My goal is to have a high success rate, right? High success rate. That's the goal. So you got to be a little bit picky who you work with. But before you get to that level, I got to start somewhere, because I've been doing this online thing for like a year and a half. So you got to work with anybody and everybody, right? And that means sometimes you deal with people that are just not ready, and they're going to waste your time. And that's okay. The thing is, my goal eventually is to work with people that are ready. And sometimes I have, in the past, turned people away, where I told them, oh, my dog's going to bark in a second. There's going to be an old guy going to have a conversation with me in a second. He lives down the street. He's bringing the recycling in. And the dog's going to start barking. Remind me what I'm talking about so that I don't forget when we continue. In 3, 2, 1. Come on, guys. There we go. Told you. All right, that's enough. No, it's just me. Yep. Huh? Yeah, because it's nice out today. I thought I'd come down. Yeah. Awesome. All right, guys, chill out. Anyway, so I have denied people, and you know what? You're not ready yet. When you're ready to do this work every day and commit 1,000%, because that's what it takes, get back at me, right? And I've told people, and they laugh sometimes. I'm like, dude, you're not ready yet, right? Some of my friends, they're like, yeah, I'm thinking, I should try, your program. I should do it. I'm like, it would do you good, but you know what? You're not ready. Sorry, man. What do you mean I'm not ready? Just give me the link and yeah, no. Don't worry about it. You got to hit rock bottom. You got to have some heavy duty shit happen to you. And they're like, really? They're like, what's this guy saying? Like, what do you want? Bad shit from? Like, no, I don't want. It's inevitable. It will happen. It's gonna happen. Life's gonna start to build up. You're like it here, right? Shit isn't hitting the fan hard enough. Chaos isn't happening yet, right? A little bit of chaos, a little bit. You feel like you got some symptoms. You're a little scared, a little bit, but you're still going to work. You're still living life somewhat. You're managing your symptoms, right? Some people don't even have the anxiety crippling it, right? When you're at rock bottom, you got 70 symptoms. Nothing's working for you. No carnivore diet, right? No fasting. None of the regular shit that you used to do is working anymore. No naturopath. All the stuff, you're wasted. All the money. Nothing is working anymore. You're on your knees, right? Getting no answers. Dark night of the soul. Bedridden, right? You're shitting your pants scared. Tachycardia, 75 symptoms. All of a sudden, you can't eat foods. You don't know what's going on. You're losing your mind. That's when you're ready. And that's a good thing, because then I know, right? And not just you just got this like a couple days ago. No. I'm like, oh, now come back to me in a month. You need to sit in that hell, right? Because if you get relief right away, then it's not driving you enough, right? For me, I think it was, okay, dealing with chronic symptoms here and there for, I would say, 20 years, right? But I had a perfect storm, lasted a year, fine. I was able to manage it. It was only 20 symptoms. Then I had my second perfect storm. Okay, that was hardcore, 75 symptoms, right? And then I had a period where I was in that state, in that perfect storm of hell, with no answers, I would say for 3 months, until I found the mind-body methods. But I still wasn't getting relief yet. Then you start the mind-body methods. You're learning the mind-body methods, right? Nothing's happening still. Things are actually getting worse, right? But I needed that period of constant hell, second by second, day by day, right? Week by week. I needed that to really marinate, so that I'm like, okay, this is crazy. Holy shit. I got to do something. There's nothing I can do. There's no answers. I'm a freak. Nobody gets me. No doctor, nobody, right? No matter what I do, I'm screaming. You scream to God. You scream to whoever your, whatever your religious beliefs are, your God, whatever it is, Buddha, and you're getting nothing, right? Thing is, I was getting something, but I wasn't. I wanted right now. No. You know what I was getting? They were sending me this hell to sit in and simmer in, right? I needed that. I needed that contrast, so that when the information was coming to me at the right time, it was perfectly orchestrated. When the information was coming to me at the right time, I was ready. I wouldn't waste it, right? The opportunity is there. You're scared shitless. You got nothing. You have no other options. The only thing you can do is this thing, this mind-body thing. That's it. No other options. Nothing left. You've tried everything. You checked everything off. You're losing your mind. You're shaking, right? You're fucking losing your mind. You can't sleep. Nothing. You've gone crazy. Now you're ready, right? You needed to sit in that hell. You needed to simmer in it. Now you're ready to take this shit serious, to be focused every day, focused, right? Not get sidetracked to other, maybe I should work with this coach and do these other 18 programs. And maybe I need to detox. Maybe I have these other doctors. I have all these doctor appointments. Maybe I should, cross the T's and dot my I's and cross my U's, and right? Just in case. No. When you're ready, you're like, nope, fuck all that shit. I'm giving this mind-body thing a chance. I'm giving it a chance. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to get sucked in with, well, you know what? I think I missed something. There's something that I'm going to talk to a special long COVID doctor. I'm going to talk to a special mold specialist or guru or gut professional guru, whatever, personality. This guy, it was really hard to get this appointment. This guy's in the Philippines and I had a 6 month waiting list. And I finally, right, it was $2,000. And they have these protocols. They have to eat these things in a certain order every Tuesdays and Thursdays, especially on a leap year. I have to skip a day. If I don't skip a day, I got to start everything over again. Right? And then you do it. And it's always the money. Nothing worked. Right? So you got to be at the point where you're like, no, I'm going to do the work. I'm going to finally allow my brain and body to do its thing without me trying to micromanage all my systems, my biome, my kidney, my liver, my blood-brain barrier. I'm going to get out of the way. My job is to support it with updating the software by doing the work, doing the 8 pillars of recovery. That's my job. That's it. Right? Not micromanaging, not trying to get rid of, not trying to fix, not being obsessed with the biohacking, the vagus nerve bullshit. Right? With all the other protocols, the eye movement thing that they do in Primal Trust, right? I can't believe they do that shit. The vagus nerve thing, I can understand some people doing this in the beginning because they need to have some sort of relief so they can think clearly and do the work. Okay, do what you need to do in the beginning. Do it. I get it. But eventually, this is just temporary. You got to be willing to fully allow and not get rid of symptoms. Right? Not to get rid of the anxiousness as it comes. Because, what? You got to tap it away? You're avoiding processing it because the only way through is through. Right? If you're going to do the vagus nerve biohack, right? Because you need to feel better. You're avoiding the opportunity to get to the root issue and to update the alarm system, to update the programming. Because if you do the biohacking thing, sure, you might feel good for 5 or 10 minutes, but it goes back to default to the old program and you feel like shit again. So, like I was saying, yes, I get it in the beginning. You need to do what you got to do. Do the avoidance behaviors, do the stretches, right? Take whatever you need to take to manage. It's only temporary, so you can do the work. I get that. But eventually you have to face stuff. And you know what? The fear is going to be your best friend because it keeps you on track. It keeps you on the path. Because without the fear, you go wishy-washy. And when you're wishy-washy, right? When you're wishy-washy, the needle doesn't move. So think of it this way. I was doing visuals every day for an hour. Elevating for a day for an hour. Dancing. Doing my walk and talks every day for 2 hours. 4 hours, right? Take that times 365 days of the year, right? Times 3. How many hours is that? Of sitting in dose, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins, right? Sitting in dose consistently, bringing that survival state down, that baseline that's been hardwired at 1,000, emptying those allostatic loads. How long? You're right. You do all those things every day, never missing a day. What do you think is going to happen? Your brain's going to have no choice but to change. Even while you feel like shit, at the worst days, you're crawling to do your visuals. You're crawling to do the fucking dancing. It doesn't matter. At the hardest days, which is for me every day, that's prime time. Right? Never miss a day. That's really important. And the fear keeps you on track. And it moves the needle. Because if you're wishy-washy, it goes back to the old program. Right? So you need to introduce the new program consistently every day. Right? Because if you look at the needle from today to next month, right? you won't notice anything. 4,000 hours, massive reset. You feel ease, freedom, symptoms gone, poof, 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 compared to dis-ease, right? Survival, no, you're running the old program. But if you're wishy-washy, like I said, right, you did visuals last week for 10 minutes, and the time before that was August of 2022 for, I did an hour, right? And you're going to do some tomorrow for 20 seconds. I don't like visuals. I don't like, I can't because I don't feel good. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like it, right? This isn't going to move. Actually, this is going to go back. You need to lead in with the new program, right? While symptoms are happening, consistently every day, never missing a day, right? You need to lead with that new program. And while you're leading in with that new program, you're going up the mountain, the lava mountain, in flip-flops, with a smile on your face. That's what it takes, right? If you're wishy-washy, forget it. It's not gonna do anything. You're gonna be stuck with the same old program. This is the catch. It's hard work. That's the catch. And here's the thing. If you do this, right, you can recover. Recovery is guaranteed. But the catch is, you got to do the work. You got to suffer through this shit. You got to feel like shit. The brain doesn't care if you suffer. The brain's job is to keep you alive. So it's going to throw this kitchen sink at you. That's the catch. That's the hard work. You're going to defy gravity. You're going to be an Olympian. And that's why I say you're going to make exorcisms jealous. Right? You're going to defy gravity. You're going to become an Olympian. But that should be good news. That should make you go, okay, so I can. It's a choice. Yeah, it's a choice. You can get there. You can get here. It's up to you. This is fully in your hands. Fully. You can get to recovery. But the catch is, you got to do the work. You got to be consistent. You got to show up every day. Every day. And you will get to the other side. You will cross the invisible bridge. You're going to learn so much. This is why I think this journey is very necessary. For me, it was 3 years. The 3 years for me was necessary to go through, because if somebody were to go, there are some people that are able to go, skim through some of the journey quicker than others. And then they go live life, and they're like, oh my God, yeah, I can eat all the foods. Oh my God, I'm free. Oh my God, it was so easy too. It was like, right? Trust me, you'd rather be the person that takes 3 years. You're in the trenches. You're forced to learn this process, the insides, the ins and outs of it. Because it forces you, the fear holds you there. It forces you to become a master at this fucking journey. And it's going to serve you for the rest of your life, because life's going to keep throwing you curveballs. And you're going to be like a cork in water moving through this throughout your life. Compared to the other person, 9 times out of 8, they're going to be back doing the mind-body shit. Doing a program, being lost, not sure. Oh my God, but I felt good a couple of years ago, but why am I doing this again? Why do I have food sensitivities again? What did I miss? Right? And they're clueless. And that's okay. As long as they get back on the horse and keep doing the work. That's the thing. This journey, as long as you're here, congratulations. Right? You're going to get there. How long it's going to take depends on you. And sometimes the people that take longer, that's their special journey. They need to go through that. It's unique. It's a learning curve. It all depends on when the person goes, all right, I had enough. I've been dicking around. I've been wishy-washy. Now I'm gonna fucking okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. This is it. Boom. They start moving forward consistently, and they get to the other side. Other people, they do all the wrong things. They get wishy-washy. That's okay, right? They're not ready yet. But it's a big buildup, and you need that big buildup. Because you know what? All that shit isn't a waste, right? You know what it is? When you finally do the work and you get to the other side, all the delays, all the bullshit, wasted times, money, programs, all the wrong things are not a waste. There's still something to learn from all that shit, because let's say you become a coach. You can say, yeah, I've done that. I know what I know what you went through. Let me guess. You did this, 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 and this. And you're like, oh my God, yeah. Right? You can already finish their sentences. Right? Doing all the wrong things is also a massive contrast of what the right things are. Right? You were a student in life. You were a student, and this is what it's all about. And that's okay. If I think about it, all the years that I had a symptom or two, let's just say when symptoms started, I would say it was 2008. I was 30 years old, 29. Let's say 28. I'm 47 now. Right? Right now, I'd say the past 3 years, I haven't felt this good since my 20s. I know, it's crazy. During that time, I had food sensitivity, you name it, all the symptoms, right? Sometimes a small amount. And then there was 75. I had sensitivities to alcohol, right? Where I start drinking a little bit, and I'd already start getting a headache, like a hangover. I'm like, dude, I just started drinking half this can of beer, and I'm already got a hangover. And then, I'd have the 3-day hangover. I couldn't dare drink any alcohol. And this was for me. I used to be a binge drinker. I used to be able to drink every night with my friends. I was a hardcore party animal, right? Smoking cigarettes, drinking beer, because they go together like peas and carrots. I used to be able to, usually on a regular day, I was drinking only like 7 beers. But I never missed a day though. There was a period of 10 years, I never missed a day of drinking. And I would have my alcohol already planned out 3 days in advance. And if I didn't have tomorrow all set for my booze, I would start to panic. I would start to get moody. So I was a binge drinker, a bit of an alcoholic, right? And I used to drink on the weekends, when it was time to really drink, a 12-pack, maybe like 9 tall cans, go to the bar, you drink another 4, and you come back to like the party. We had party halls, band halls, and we drink right till 4 to 5 in the morning, right? Go home, eat McDonald's, go home, pass out, wake up at 11 or 12, do it all over again. I can't believe the bullshit that I put my body through. Right? Man. The abuse that we put ourselves through, and toxic relationships, right? Being with that narcissist for too long, right? Or that shitty job where your boss is a shithead. They treat you unfairly. They play favorites. There's politics at work. You're in a union environment. You're bullied at work, but you got to play the game. The more you don't play the game, the more you're a target. Yeah, I know what that's like. So, yeah, for me, it was like, I'd say, well, how many years is that? 27 to 47. Somebody do the math. 20 something years, right? And it took me 3 years to recover. That's lightning speed fast. That's amazing. If you think about it, because we're biological, we're not like a computer where you can update the software, it takes 20 minutes or maybe, half a day, done. We're biological. It takes time for the neural pathways to be created. It takes time for us to We make the mistakes. We fall off the path. There's delays in this journey. You got to do the exposure. You got to be aware of all behavior patterns, visuals. Shit takes time. But if you think about it, and some people complain about this, like, I can't do 3 years. I can't. I'm like, well, what can you do? You have no choice. Right? What else are you going to do? Nothing. This is the only way. Yeah, but I didn't want to. Then you don't want to. Then you're going to keep doing what you're doing and be stuck. Right? This is fully 1000% a person's choice. And what they decide to do when they're ready is what gets them to the other side. And that's it. Right? So, this is what I tell people. It's all up to you. Sometimes people aren't ready. They need to go around. They need to do another circle again. Waste some time. And it kind of pays off though, right? When you tell them you're not ready yet, go try to heal that gut. Yeah, go waste some time. Why? Why are you telling me to do that? Because you're going to do it anyway. You're going to do it anyway, right? It's like an addiction. Okay, yeah, well, I was going to do that. Yeah, I know you were. You're going to try to detox again. You're going to try to fill in the blank, right? Yeah, I was going to go on this special, it's going to reset. It's a special pro. Okay, go do that first. Go do that. When nothing works and you feel worse, which I hope you do, then you'll be ready for the mind-body approach, right? When you go down all the rabbit holes with the naturopaths and they do all the testing, it's all a waste of money. And then you realize that, oh man, I'm feeling worse. Nothing's getting better. I've tried all the things. I've gotten checked. The doctors say I'm fine. The doctors can't find what's wrong with me. Right? I'm going on a wild goose chase. Okay, I think, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready. Right? You watch enough success stories. You kind of see the patterns. Your brain's like, no, man, this is the end. Look at these people. They're just like you. They're freaks just like you. Right? Then you're like, okay, I see the evidence. Look, I have, how many success stories do I have on my channel? I don't know. Let's say 50. Dan Buglio, he's got like what? 150? Rayland, what's her name? Rayland? Sometimes I can't pronounce her name. She's got like 200 success stories, right? Some of these other ones, Rebecca Toland, right? Check her stuff out. Primal Trust Channel, she's got a couple of success stories. Check them out. DNRS. They must have like 150 success stories. Check them out. Right? Your brain needs to look for evidence that this is it. Watch them. Be convinced. Instead of brainwashing yourself with all the bad information that keeps you stuck and keeps you sick, right? When you're ready, brainwash yourself that you can recover. Brainwash yourself that you can do it. That's what we need. And the thing is, I can detect when the person's just, all they hear when they hear me talk is, and while I'm talking, I'm like, yeah, I'm just wasting my time, but I'm just going to keep doing it. Yeah, I'm just going to keep, they're not ready. Okay, I'm just not. And that's okay. Go waste your time. Do more of the wrong stuff. Get it out of the way. Right? So that you can get on board and finally take charge of your life. Be accountable. And go, that's it, man. Fuck it, man. Okay, that's it. That's it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get my calendar. I forgot my calendar. Where's my calendar? I'm going to get my calendar, get it set up. I'm doing this shit every day. Never missing a day. Even when I feel like shit at the first year and a half, 2-year mark. No, I'm not quit. And that's what I told myself. That's what it took. And here's what I say this, and a lot of the gurus in the TMS world will disagree. Most gurus disagree with me when I say this. They're like, no, No, you can't. I'm like, no, that's not right. I say, this is what I did. I was hard on myself. I was disciplined. I was fucking, come on, let's go. Let's forward march. Right? Other gurus would say, no, don't be so hard on yourself. No, because that just makes things worse. And you know what? They're right. It does bring your survival state up a bit when you're so hard on yourself. Yeah, and guess what? When the survival state goes up again, you get more symptoms. Shit gets worse even. But in the long run, it pays off because you're consistent, you're disciplined. Right? I was telling myself, you know what? If this takes me, I don't give a shit. I'm doing this no matter what. Even if it takes me 10 more fucking years, I'm doing this. I don't care. If I'm getting all the worst results at year 4, at year 6.5, I'm doubling down. Right? Even at the 8th year, I'm not stopping. That was the motivation. That was the drive that I had set in my mind. And that's what you need to get to the other side. If you can do that, if you're committed, and I'm not saying you're going to be perfect. You're going to make mistakes. You're human. You're going to have delays. You're going to probably even go to the hospital another 3 times. I did. But what I'm saying is if you're consistent with getting back on the horse, getting back on the path, you will get there. Trust me. And all the shit that you've learned with all the delays and mistakes are going to serve you. You're going to become a fucking master at this shit. Right? You're going to be invincible. You're going to be like the Matrix. Right? The bullets will drop. Telling you. But before you get there, you're going to make exorcisms jealous every day. Good. Congratulations. You need it. You need it. You need it. You need to feel like shit. Because when the symptoms pop up, there are opportunities to update the alarm system. Because without them, you can't recover. So you need them. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out. Please subscribe, like, and share. One more thing. I am almost done with my website. There was a couple bugs that came up that I was confused about. I fixed half of them yesterday. I have to wait until Squarespace is, because tomorrow's Monday. Today's Sunday. They're closed, right? So I have to wait till tomorrow to get a chat agent or a help desk person to help me online and to help me finish up this website. It's just a couple little things. It's all done. It's just I got to link shit up, like little things, right? And I was expecting this. So my goal is to have it done by Tuesday, either Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Whatever, this week coming up. It'll be done. And when it's done, everybody that's on my old program, I want you to jump ship, go to this website when I have it ready. And I'll announce it. And then you'll be working with me, with Sam, group coaching. It's going to be epic. This is going to be the gold standard, right? We're going to be the happening party to be at, right? The mindful gardener, right? You're going to join the garden. We're going to plant new seeds, get rid of the old weeds, right? We're going to water the plants and create the Garden of Eden of the mind, right? That's the goal. So thank you everybody for hopping on today. Holy man, I got a lot of I should do more of these on my cell phone because it's popping. It's popping. Right? Okay, guys. Love to love you. Love you guys. Thanks for all the support. I'm going to see you guys probably Tuesday. Tomorrow we have an election in Canada, so I'll be too nervous to be paying attention to do anything else. I'll do some website stuff, but other than that, I'll see you Tuesday. All right, guys, get out there, get uncomfortable. Have a good Sunday. Bye for now.